Hello, everybody. My name is Anjasta Balakrishna. I'm a legal intern of Lexis and Company. Today, I'm here to talk about the writ of habeas corpus under the Indian Constitution. So, the Indian Constitution provides us with rules and regulations in order to safeguard our rights and provide us obligations. This is something that's known to all of us. However, one of such right provided to the citizens is known as the right of writs. And the judiciary has independent jurisdiction to issue writs in the required matters. Article 32 subsection 1 and Article 226 subsection 1 of the Indian Constitution mentions that the Supreme Court and the High Court respectively has two separate but parallel provisions when it comes to writ jurisdiction. There are 5 writs provided under the Indian Constitution, out of which we will be discussing the writ of habeas corpus specifically today. But let's just understand the other 4 writs mentioned in a brief manner, and then let's focus upon our main topic, which is the writ of habeas corpus. The writ of habeas corpus is basically the writ in which a prisoner would be brought in front of the court in order to determine whether their imprisonment is unlawful or lawful. The writ of mandamus is a writ issued against inferior courts or governmental bodies by a superior court to rectify an action or an omission done by them. The writ of certiorari is a writ issued to seek judicial review of a lower court or governmental agencies by a superior court. The writ of prohibition is a writ that directs a subordinate to stop doing something that the law prohibits. And the last writ is the writ of quo warranto, which is issued in order to show what authority a person has for exercising a certain right that they did under the power that they claimed that they had. These are the 5 writs provided under the Indian Constitution, out of which we will be discussing about the writ of habeas corpus today. The writ of habeas corpus is considered to be one of the most valuable writs as it determines the right to freedom and personal liberty. As we mentioned above, it basically means to have a body or to bring a body or to show a body, which means that it uh, makes a person who is detained to have the right to appeal in front of the court in order to examine whether the person was illegally detained or not. And if the court comes to the conclusion that they were illegally detained, then they have the right to provide the release of that person. However, there is one basic principle or basic rule while filing the writ petition, which is that the person who files the petition has to be the one who's unlawfully detained. Sometimes, however, in some situations, we can make an exclusion in such situations where the person who is illegally detained, who is detained, does not have the provision in order to file the writ. In such situations, an individual may petition the court on behalf of the detainee, and that individual can be a family member or a friend. But this can only be applicable in situations where the person who is detained does not have the right or the provision to file the appeal or to communicate with their legal advisor or their court. The writ of habeas corpus can be rejected by the court if the court has no jurisdiction over the detainer, if the detainer has already been released, if the detention of the individual is related to a court order, when the detention of the person has been legalized by the removal of defects, and when the competent court rejects the petition based on the facts of the case or the merits of the case provided. The writs can be maintained even during emergencies, and as Article 21 subsection 3 of the Constitution cannot be suspended during emergencies. We have to understand that preventive detentions can be made. Preventive detentions of an individual is a situation where an individual would be detained in order to prevent them from committing a particular crime in the future. Preventive detentions and habeas corpus are considered to go hand in hand, as preventive detention cannot be considered a penalty or a punishment, but basically it's a preventive measure that is taken by the authorities in order to prevent a crime that can happen, or in order to for the interest of the public or for the greater public good. Hence, we can say that habeas corpus is considered to be one of the most important writ petitions, as it provides the individual with the power to determine the right of personal liberty or the right of his life. though it does ensure that unlawful confinement is avoided, it also makes sure that the person is not exempted from the liability in any manner. So we must understand that habeas corpus provides the detentioner or the prisoner with the right to appeal in front of the court in order to examine whether their imprisonment is illegal or not. It basically tries to ensure that the detention is justified and protects the detainee from any sort of abuse or discrimination. However, the court is not trying to exempt them from their liabilities or from the punishment that they deserve. It basically is trying to ensure that even the prisoners have equal rights and are protected under the Constitution. So I hope you could understand the writ of habeas corpus. And if you like the video, please press the like and subscribe button in order to see more law related videos in the upcoming days. Thank you for your time and your understanding. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.